Hi, my name is Erica, and before I get started, I just want to say this does not come naturally to me or very easily. So, if there's a lot of ums or hesitations or me not getting my words right, that is the reason why. Um, there I go. Yeah, the reason I'm starting this YouTube channel is because as a person who has survived trauma, I just realized that there's so many misunderstandings and misconceptions. I even didn't understand a lot of things myself having experienced trauma in my life. And so I'm just hoping that we can grow in our understanding of trauma and healing and talk about that in a Christian context. And the reason that I'm even doing this is because when someone experiences a traumatic event, what happens is their brain is chemically altered, and they start to experience negative behavior. I mean, negative thoughts and feelings, which leads to negative behaviors. And a lot of people just will take a lot of those things personally, even though they aren't personal. And they'll begin to kind of maybe distance themselves from that person or hold a poor view instead of coming around that person and trying to understand and love them in the way they need to be loved so that way the healing process can begin. And so the reason I'm starting this channel is because I want to kind of help that. I, have went through a lot of traumatic things in my life that have produced just some pretty not good symptoms. And a lot of that stuff I didn't even understand until like 4 months ago when I started reading and doing a bunch of research, talking to counselors and people, um, who've studied psychology and other trauma survivors. And I realized, man, there's a lot of need for our church, or there's a lot of need for churches to be more, or there's a huge need for traumas to there's a huge need for churches to be better equipped and trauma informed. So I am not a counselor. I do not have a PhD in psychology. I am just a person who has experienced these things and has taken the time the last 4 months to extensively study trauma and better understand it. And I'm just hoping to be able to, um, as much as I can, provide information to help trauma survivors in their path of healing and helping them understand themselves and having grace and compassion on themselves as they heal, and help other people who may have not undergone trauma but want to learn and understand it more, and perhaps it affect them as they're walking along someone with trauma, or if God brings someone into life they could be equipped. And so that's essentially what my heart is to help the church become better trauma informed, so that way as we go out into the harvest, we'll be equipped to be able to help people who are experiencing things that we may not understand. And even if we have understood them, perhaps understanding how they might be experiencing like the symptoms of trauma differently from how we have. Because even though I've experienced things, I have friends who've survived trauma who have some similar symptoms for sure, but some of them manifest a little bit differently. And some of their needs are different. So on this channel, I hope to make videos about the things that I've learned that I think would be informative and helpful. I'm hoping to interview counselors, people working in full time ministry with those who have experienced a lot of trauma, other trauma survivors, and the like, to help us kind of navigate psychology and counseling and science and the Bible. So I'm just hoping this channel could be a resource as we talk about these issues, as we learn, as we grow, so that way we can be as equipped as possible for the mission field, whether that's here in the United States or for me, San Francisco, or whether that's anywhere else in the world. So yeah, I hope this channel will be of use to you. Follow me on Instagram. So, some other random things about me: I'm from New Orleans. I was actually present when Hurricane Katrina hit, and I've been on national news 2 times now because of it. I'll put links in the description. I also am a mom to an almost 8-month old. I like CrossFit. I try to keto, but I like carbs. And I think that's most of me. So, anyways, there'll be links in the description below because I started a Facebook group called Trauma Informed Discipleship and Ministry. I will also have links for different ways that you could help me as I do this work. Um, and so I look forward to sharing with you what I'm learning as I'm learning. And I hope to hear from you guys as well. If there's anything you'd like to know about this topic, be it from my own personal experience or any of the things that I'm studying, feel free to ask your questions and that will help me make material for this channel. So, anyways, see you later.